It was a familiar feeling for Terrell Suggs and the Baltimore Ravens. The Pittsburgh Steelers, in dramatic fashion, clinched the AFC North title for the second consecutive season at home against their rivals. This time, Chris Boswell kicked a 46-yard field goal with 1:43 to play for a 39-38 comeback win against the Ravens on Sunday night. The result was similar to a primetime game played last Christmas when Antonio Brown's game-winning touchdown with 9 seconds left carried the Steelers to victory. "This one hurts," Suggs said. "We lose to them the same way we did last year. We've got to get over it." Baltimore has won 4 of the last 6 games in Pittsburgh, but the lone losses have come in the last 2 years. The Steelers, who have won 8 straight since a 3-2 start, clinched their third AFC North championship in 4 years. Meanwhile, the Ravens, 7-6, still in the thick of the AFC playoff race, entered playing their best football of the season. They were riding a 3-game winning streak and had won 4 of 5. They scored a season-high 44 points a week earlier and put up 38 more on Sunday, but it wasn't enough against Ben Roethlisberger, Brown and the Steelers. "We like for it to be on us instead of the offense, and defensively we feel like we let the offense down," Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey said. Baltimore led 38-36 when Pittsburgh started its final possession on its own 17-yard line with 2:25 to play. Suggs and safety Tony Jefferson combined for a sack on first down, but Pittsburgh later converted a 3rd and 13 when Roethlisberger found tight end Jesse James for 16 yards. Roethlisberger later connected with Brown for 34 yards, eventually setting up Boswell's winning kick for the emotional Steelers, playing in honor of injured teammate Ryan Shazier, who sustained a serious spinal cord injury last week at Cincinnati. Brown finished with 11 receptions for 213 yards, while Roethlisberger was 44 of 66 for 506 yards with touchdown passes to Le'Veon Bell and Roosevelt Nix. Roethlisberger won the Super Bowl 2 times and played in 3, so he's definitely a premier quarterback, Suggs said. "We've got to be better." Ravens quarterback Joe Flacco went 20 of 35 for 269 yards with touchdown tosses to Chris Moore and Patrick Richard, along with an interception. Alex Collins rushed for 120 yards and a touchdown, and Javorius Allen also scored twice for the Ravens, who are vying for their 7th playoff berth in 10 seasons. "We just have to swallow this one, let it go and wait for the next 3 games, linebacker C.J. Mosley said. "We're still in it. We just have to make sure that we handle our business so we can try to get back ultimately for the playoffs." The Steelers accumulated 144 yards of total offense and scored a pair of touchdowns on their first 2 series, racing to an early 14-0 lead. But the Ravens recovered, outscoring Pittsburgh 31-6, including 17-0 in the third quarter, to build a 31-20 lead heading into the fourth. The Steelers didn't punt once in the first half, but their first 3 drives of the second half totaled 21 yards and all ended with punts. "We know that you can never take your foot off the gas when you're playing this team," Baltimore safety Eric Weddle said.